best way to understand metadata is to simply look at some. And so I've chosen an image here, and what we're going to do is view its properties. Here we are. These are the properties that we might have seen before of a file, where we simply get the size and dates and so on. But there's another tab here called Details. And under this tab, there's a huge amount of additional information about this particular image. Its origin is recording its date taken. And then under the heading Image, we have information such as its size, its resolution, its bit depth, and so on. It's even got information about the camera that was used to actually take this particular image and the settings of that camera at the time of taking. And further on down, it's even recording things like the degree of daylight that was used and whether a flash came into play, and so on. And finally, down here, just before we get to the file information that we're used to seeing, we have GPS information, where it's giving the northern and western coordinates of the location at which this image was taken. And we'll come back to that data at the end of this video. For now though, let's ask ourselves, how is it that Windows, or any operating system for that matter, knows all this information about an image? Well, I'm going to open up this image using a different program. The program I'm going to use is called NeoHexEditor. And here it is. First and foremost, we're looking at all the bits organized into bytes that make up this particular file. And the vast majority of this data is simply information about the colors of each pixel in the image. But if I add into this a text pane view, what it's doing here is converting any bytes that actually represent characters into those characters. And you'll see that as a part of this file down here, we have such information as the name of the camera on which it was taken. A little bit further down here, we have 2018 0804. That's the date on which it was taken, the 4th of August. And then we have the time, 8:24 and 2 seconds. So that's how an operating system knows this advanced information about the image that it's displaying for you. It's also how devices such as smartphones are able to allow you to organize your images in certain ways. For example, you can organize your images according to location. And let's come back to that idea of location that we touched on earlier. The coordinates of this image I've put into Notepad here so that it's easier for us to see them. There's the northern and there's the western coordinates. Now, if I make a copy of those coordinates and I go to Google Maps, I can simply paste those coordinates in and ask Google Maps to look up this location. And here it is. You'll notice there's a road called the Old Airport Road, which fits because it's an image of a light aircraft. And as I zoom out, we'll see that the aircraft was at the airport that serves a city called Belize City, which is in the Caribbean. Let me go back in to that location again, and you'll see that here is the runway of this international airport, and the location is near to that main runway. So this location information is actually extremely precise, and it's that certain applications will use when it comes to telling you where your images were taken and when it comes to allowing you to organize your images according to their locations. So metadata then is all of this additional information that gets saved concerning an image.